Hey guys, Wayback Rewind here. I showed you in a previous video that you could connect any television to the internet with a streaming device, but which streaming device should you use? I have an Amazon Fire Stick. My Amazon Fire Stick here is already connected to the TV. My buddy loaned me his Roku. I'm going to hook it up, see if there's any reason to prefer Roku over Fire Stick, or maybe you need both. I have no idea. So let's find out together here on Wayback Rewind. Okay, let's get started. My Amazon Fire Stick is already connected to the TV. It's normally designed to plug directly into the back of the TV with an HDMI connector here. They give you this little adapter. If your HDMI port points down, for example, it's going to be very difficult to get in there, so you can at least use this to squeeze it in there. But I went one step better and basically took this coupler and allowed myself to connect it to my TV through a longer HDMI cable. So I'm going to hook up this Roku. The Roku is obviously not designed to plug directly into the back of the TV. Now, having said that, there are multiple different models of the Fire Stick, and there's multiple different models of the Roku. I have no idea which one this is, and I'm not going to try to compare and contrast the features per se, because there's probably a dozen different permutations of features and models. It'd be just a boring video. So I'm going to focus on the user experience and what each of these streaming services provides, and then we're going to compare from there and see if there's any reason to prefer one over the other. Maybe you need both. I'm going to find out if there's something that's on one service that you can't get on the other. So one thing that's immediately different about the Roku is it has an AV out here. There's no such connector on the Fire Stick. Ethernet port built in. The Fire Stick has an adapter where you can connect an Ethernet port, but this has one built in. And this also has a 5-volt DC connection. Rather than using a USB, it comes with its own 5-volt power supply. So let's hook this up real quick. I'm going to plug in the HDMI, which is plugged into my other TV. I'm going to plug in my Ethernet. Okay, now I'm going to plug it in. Okay, so I got the Fire Stick up and running on the right-hand screen. The Roku is waking up on the left-hand side. So I never connected this before, so I have no idea what it's going to do. We'll learn together. While that's loading, this is the basic screen for the Fire Stick on the right. Some of the shortcuts I put up here, there are things that I frequently watch, and then the row below are some of the more recent things. These are actually live TV channels. I'm getting live TV through my Recast through Amazon, which is one of the reasons why I love the Amazon Fire Stick, because it allows me to access free over-the-air TV through my Recast unit. So these are all live TV channels which I can pause, rewind, and record, and I can access on any TV in my house that has a Fire Stick. Okay, the Roku is finished booting up. I'm assuming this is what the home screen looks like on the Roku, since I've never seen it before in life. So this is what it looks like to me. If I have a Roku, I can get to Prime Video. I have no idea if I can get to my Recast. We'll find out in a minute. I've got Hulu, which I have an account with. Let's take a quick look and see what else is on there. Hulu, YouTube, that's convenient. Vudu, okay, I have a Vudu account. Paramount Plus I have. Pluto is free. Tubi is free. Looks like I just went around the block already. I imagine there's ways to load extra ones, but it only has 34 up right now. So Roku seems to have some kind of deal with Fandango, which is also basically Vudu. Vudu bought Fandango, or vice versa. I'm not sure which it is. This is another way for people to buy movies or rent them. Streaming channels. I guess this is how I can load more. Settings. That seems pretty normal. I didn't have to do any settings for the network. I just plugged it into my switch and it automatically started working. So that's the best way for it to do it. Okay, I just confirmed it does have a USB port on it, which is kind of nice. So you can put media on that USB port, which is kind of nice. I'm not sure if it gives you the ability to record to that device. That would be kind of nice if it could do that. Okay, let's just say launch. Oh, it recognizes that as some type of media drive. And of course it won't play my 4K video. It won't play an MP4. So it is a media player, but it won't play the media. Okay, Roku, you failed your first test. Okay, backing out of the media player where I had my first failure, I'm going to come down here to streaming channels, which is what I'm most interested in since this is a streaming device. Let's see what kind of channels we have. The Roku channel, which is probably something that is not available on Amazon, but I wouldn't automatically assume that. I'll go check that out in a minute. Discovery Plus, which is good. Paramount Plus. For some reason, it doesn't seem to want to bring up the live TV channel guide. I have no idea why. It just makes a weird sound. Okay, that's failure number 2, Roku. So I've seen the TV store, I've seen the movie store. What is my feed?
Introducing the Roku feed, a new way to get to the good stuff quickly. The Roku feed is a new feature on your home screen that lets you follow movies and TV shows on your Roku player or Roku TV. To get started following your favorites, use Roku Search to look for a specific movie, TV show, or actor. Select the result you want and then follow. Want to follow a movie that's still in theaters? Select My Feed and then select Movies Coming Soon to browse upcoming movies. Find the movie you want and then press OK to start following. New updates appear in My Feed automatically. When you have a new update, a number appears next to the My Feed button on your home screen, alerting you to important changes, like when a new movie is available or when the rental price drops. You'll know when the next episode of your favorite show is available and on what channel, or even when it's time to binge watch the whole season. Or discover a new movie featuring one of your favorite actors. With Roku Feed, you can now kick back and let the good stuff come to you. It does the searching for you and lets you know when there's something new. The Roku Feed. Search, discover, stream.
Okay, so that's similar to what Amazon does. I was showing you on the other side, except Amazon does it automatically in the background transparently. It notices the things that I watch, like it's bringing up Star Trek and American football and old TV shows. That's pretty much all I watch. And so Amazon knows automatically that that's what I want to see. So it says recently watched, and then it's going to bring up things similar to what I've recently watched. I like old TV shows and sports and Star Trek. That's pretty much all I watch. And so then it shows recently used apps, and then shows that I've watched in the past. It'll bring up episodes upcoming in genres similar to the things that I've watched in the past. Some of these I've never watched before, like War of the Worlds. I don't know what that is. That's some new original show on some network, but it's similar to things that I've watched in the past, so it brings it up. So it says next up for me. This is basically the same thing as what Roku calls My Feed. Shows that are similar to shows that I've watched before, movies that are similar to movies that I've watched before. And I didn't have to program this. This is just automatic. So I think the win goes to Amazon. They're next up for me. It's like an endless supply of stuff similar to things that I've watched before, and it's like an endless amount. I say endless right as I got to the end. I wanted to try is see what Prime Video gives me. Maybe this is where they can overlap. Okay, this version of Amazon is out of date. I need to update it. Okay, I'm going to try again. The application won't start. It's telling me it's out of date, even though I just tried to update it. So now I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what to do. Okay, let's try Hulu. Most likely I'm going to run into the same problem. Yeah. So here's the problem with an old streaming device. They become no longer supported and they become paperweights. Okay, I brought up Pandora. I was able to log into Pandora through my phone. So it says logging in, that's a good sign. So our first success, we actually did link this to my Pandora account. By the way, I will also point out that I have not created a Roku account of any kind. I plugged this in raw. it allowed me to access all the things I'm accessing right now without ever creating a Roku account. But I did successfully log into my Pandora account. So it is playing, but I had to mute it so I don't get in trouble. So we did get one app to work. So okay, so we are like +1, -2. Well, it seems that this Roku device is just too old. I removed Hulu and downloaded it again, and I got this error message. Apparently I just need a different Roku. Borrowing my buddy's Roku is just not going to work. So ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned today? We learned that a streaming device is not like a consumer electronics device like a TV or a Laserdisc that I can take out of the closet decades later, plug it in and expect it to work. More like a cell phone. It has software and it depends heavily on the network that it's connected to. It's not expected to work indefinitely. This unit is just too old to connect to the network and download and use the apps that I need to use. So it's going to have to go back to my friend, and we'll mark part 1 of this experiment as less than successful. And as always, please like or subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.